Monday Night Raw from September the 22nd, 2025 was a bad show. This show was boring and bland. It just was. It just was. Why would anybody be interested in seeing a fourth match? Yes, a fourth match between Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and we already know the outcome. We already know that Rollins is going to chalk up another win to Cody Rhodes. There is no need for this match to happen. Yes, we get it. We get it. It's champion versus champion. Yes, we get it. It's for the Crown Jewel Championship. It's for a ring and all that stuff. Who cares about that shit? Nobody really cares about that. This is a waste of time. This is an absolute waste of time. This show, in my opinion, was a waste of time. The only good thing about this show is that it went off at 9:30. So if Raw continues to come on at 7, great. And that's what needs to happen. I think Raw going forward, it going off at 9:30 is great. Raw coming on from 7 to 9:30, to me, is good. It's really good. But this show just was not good. It was a disaster. It was. Let's just go ahead and get into the show. So we kicked the off with Cody Rhodes. He does his usual stick. Seth Rollins comes out, and, he basically just talks about their past and their history and how he knows that everyone from the locker room and those watching at home and people around the world on Netflix, they hate him. He doesn't give a damn about that at all. So Seth then reveals a watch that Cody gave him back at WrestleMania 40. And Seth said that he hasn't worn it since. Cody then talks about their history that Rollins and him have shared through the past couple years. Going back when Cody came back in 2022. And when he was at WrestleMania 40, which was a really good WrestleMania still. And basically Cody says that he's beaten Seth Rollins 3 times. So it's not really that important. He just wants to know if Cody thinks that he's good or he doesn't think that he's good as him. And he says that the Division aren't goons at all. So Cody says, he's beaten Seth 3 times. And how many has Seth won? And Seth didn't even respond, and that was it. So, whatever. This was a waste of time. I didn't care about it. It's just a waste. This is just something to do at Crown Jewel in 3 weeks. And Seth Rollins is going to take another L. Unless, CM Punk gets involved or Roman Reigns comes back and gets involved. I could see that happening. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. This could end in a no contest, but I doubt it will. I do think that Cody's going to end up winning. I don't know if Cody's going to end up winning clean, but I got a feeling that Drew McIntyre will get involved, and probably Roman Reigns will get involved, and CM Punk. So we'll have to wait and see how things play out there. Let's move on from that. So we didn't have a backstage promo involving the Usos. Jimmy tells Jey what happened at WrestlePalooza was trash. He knows that they can beat the Brawns. He went to go talk to Adam Pearce to get a rematch with, but Adam Pearce told him that Jey can make his own match. It's going to be Jey versus LA Knight. Jimmy tells Jey that Jey's busted up and hurt. Jey tells him that he thinks that they would have won at WrestlePalooza if LA Knight wasn't the referee. And he thinks that the Division would have been taken care of LA Knight last week if Jimmy hadn't have tagged with him last week. Jimmy asks Jey if he's blaming him. Jey tells him no. And he's telling Jimmy that they've had a lot to handle. And they'll go after he bodies LA Knight. So there is that. Who cares about this? This is fine, I guess. I don't know. So whatever. Now, I did like the Seth Rollins promo, though. I mean, he was being serious, so I do like that. So that was good. Moving on from this leads us into the first match of the night. Penta and the War Raiders, they defeat the New Day and Grayson Waller. Who cares about this shit? Penta wins via the Mexican driver, an avalanche version of the move, and that was it. Who cares about this shit? Moving on. The Judgment Day, they're backstage. Dom tells Finn Balor that the whole thing with Rusev has gotten out of hand, and he's going to go after me because he's going after his Intercontinental Championship. Finn Balor asks, why didn't he ask his friend, a guy named Marcano? Dom says that he's back in Mexico. He asks Finn what he's doing tonight. Finn tells him that he's busy. Dom then asks JD what he's doing tonight. JD says that he's busy. Roxanne tells JD that the Judgment Day and he needs to help him. JD says he'll help him, but he won't help Dominic. He'll help him for the Judgment Day. JD tells him that he'll go speak with Adam Pearce, but Dominic tells him that he doesn't have to. Because Adam Pearce already made the match official between JD McDonough and Rusev. Okay, that's fine there. Moving on, Lyra Vaquer and Bayley, they're backstage. Lyra apologizes for last week, but Bayley tells her that it was good to see her again, and she asks Lyra if she would like to be in her corner tonight. Lyra asks Bayley if she's joking because Bayley yelled at her last week. Lyra tells Bayley that it really means a lot to Bayley, and if it gets her to be the best version of herself, she'll be there. Bayley tells her to take no backs, and they shake hands. All right, I mean, yeah, no take backs, whatever. I don't care about this shit. I do find it interesting with Bayley being a schizophrenic. That's pretty cool. I do like that, but I wish we could get away from Lyra Vaquer, though. Seriously. Like, can we move on from these two, please? Moving on. So, Stephanie Vaquer, she cuts a promo. She's out of Adam Pearce. She talks about her dad and how he's her hero and everything. She talked about how she became the first ever Latin woman, American World Champion. She says the title represents the years of sacrifice. She says this represents the motivation and support that everyone's given her. All of them have celebrated with her at WrestlePalooza, and she thanks them. She says that she's going to keep making history, and nobody's going to stop her because she's the first WWE Women's Champion. And then Adam Pearce mentions the triple threat that Tiffany Stratton is going to be a part of. And at Crown Jewel is going to be Stephanie to face the winner, whoever wins on Friday. So there is that. That's fine there. Moving on. So Stephanie, she's backstage. She stopped by Nikki Bella and Rhea Ripley. They both congratulate her. The Kabuki Warriors show up, and Asuka tells Stephanie that Io should be champion. Stephanie tells Asuka that she'll show her why she's champion. Rhea tells Asuka that out of respect for Io, she tried to stay out of her way, but she's sick and tired of her attitude. Asuka tells her she'll show her why she's not ready for Asuka. Rhea says she's ready for Asuka, and she challenges her to a match tonight, and then Asuka accepts. All right, that is fine. Do I care? No, I don't really give a damn about it. Moving on. Bayley defeats Roxanne Perez, and then she flips out on Lyra. So Lyra gave her a hug post-match. Bayley pushes down Lyra. She yells at Lyra, telling her if she thinks she can touch her. Bayley tells her to stay out of it and walks away. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. Cody Rhodes, he's backstage. He shakes hands with Jimmy Uso. Jimmy congratulates Cody on his win against Drew McIntyre. Cody asks him how he's doing. Jimmy says he's good. Cody asks Jimmy how's Jey, and Jey says Jey's in his head. Pause. He's not listening to him. Maybe he can listen to Cody. And Cody tells Jimmy that he'll talk to Jey, and then Cody walks away. All right, that's fine, I guess. Moving on. So Cody then walks into Jey Uso's locker room. Cody tells Jey that they spoke to him. He spoke to Jimmy, and Jimmy seems a little bit concerned about him. Jey tells him that he's good. Cody tells Jey that if he wasn't good, he'd have been there. It's highs and lows, wins and losses. And when that happens, sometimes people lash out. He's been there before. He tells Jey he has his fans and friends and family, and they believe in him. Jey thanks him and tells him that he'll find his way back to the top. All right, that's fine. Moving on, this leads us into Rusev destroying JD McDonough. Rusev wins via the accolade. He taps him out. So Rusev still has the accolade locked in. Finn Balor comes out to make the save. So Dom saves JD. Finn tells Dom what's he doing. He's supposed to help. Dom said that he did help. So whatever. More Judgment Day bullshit. I'm pretty sure Rusev will probably win next week, more than likely. Dom doesn't need to be a double champion. He barely defends the title on Monday Night Raw, if we're being honest. And I do think that Rusev being IC champion would be great. Dom can still kick ass in AAA, which he's going to. Which he is. He's basically the face of AAA, basically, for being honest. But I don't give a damn about this Judgment Day stuff. They should have been broke up a while ago. Well over a year ago. This thing's been going on for, 3 years, right? What the hell? Moving on. So, Io is backstage. She tells Asuka that she doesn't have to do this. Asuka says that she has to teach Rhea respect. She doesn't want advice from someone who lost, and Asuka walks away. And Kairi tells her that they must listen to Asuka. Moving on. So, Jackie Redmond's backstage with LA Knight. LA Knight says that he calls Jackie wordy. He says that Jey Uso comes in hot and asks if Jey should be worried about him or his health. LA Knight says he tried to make sure that Jey was good, but Jey pushed him out of the way. And he ate a spear through the table. LA Knight tells Jey that he doesn't want to hurt him, but if he makes him, he will. LA Knight says that Jey Uso hurt himself on the weekend, and he'll hit him with a BFT for his troubles. So I'll do like that. Good stuff there. Moving on, this leads us into Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Jey Uso defeats LA Knight via the Uso splash. LeBrons, they got involved and everything, so there is that. I don't care about this shit. I really don't. So LA Knight leaves the ring post-match, and then LeBrons, they show up to attack Jimmy. Attack Jey. Jimmy runs down to make the save with a steel chair, and they kind of back off, thanks to Paul Heyman. All right, that's fine there. Moving on. So let's lead this into Seth Rollins. He's backstage. He's pissed off. He's looking at his wife. Becky Lynch tells Seth that the Usos are disrespecting them. Becky goes on to talk about herself, and she says the fans are trying to steal everything that they built. She says CM Punk and AJ Lee and Cody Rhodes have not done what they've done, and she's going to make an example. And then she grabs her IC title, and then she leaves. So there is that. Moving on, this leads us into Rhea. She's backstage stretching, getting ready for her match. Io comes in. She tells Rhea that she needs to call off the match. Rhea says the match has yet to happen. Maybe her and Asuka can beat the respect into each other the same way they did. Io tells Rhea that Asuka is family and she can trust Asuka. Io asks Rhea if she can trust her, and then she walks away. All right, that's fine. Who cares? Moving on, Maxine Dupree is backstage with Adam Pearce. He tells her that this women's division is very competitive, but for her to keep on doing what she's doing, and he'll find her an opponent. All right, whatever. Moving on, this leads us into AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. AJ tells Adam Pearce that he doesn't like El Grande Americano. He asks Adam how many of them are there. There's 3, which is Ludwig Kaiser, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate. That's who the luchadors are, basically. And the Grande Americana thing, to me, has gone sour. Just kind of end it, please. Just end it. It was cool for the first couple months. Now it's become boring and stale. Dragon Lee tells him that they want a tag match next week. Adam Pearce makes a match for next week. And AJ then tells Adam Pearce to stop signing Americanos. All right, whatever. Main event of the evening. Rhea Ripley defeats Asuka. So she wins via the Riptide. No, she rolls up Asuka for the 1-2-3. Post-match, Asuka uses the poison mist. She spits the mist in the face of Rhea. Asuka tells Kairi to hit Rhea. Kairi then hits Rhea. Io comes out to make the save. So Io embraces Asuka for a brief moment. Asuka then hits Io with an elbow, a spinning elbow. Asuka then tells Kairi to hit Io, and then they beat up Io, that being the Kabuki Warriors. And that's it. That's the show. So this is fine. This does make sense. This is obviously setting up a tag match. Rhea and Io versus the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi, which is a predictable story. We all knew this was coming anyway. It's common sense, so it is what it is. Who really cares, if we're being honest? Who cares? This show, like I said before, was 1,000% missable. Nothing happened. It's all just building towards Crown Jewel, which is it really means nothing in the grand scheme of things. It's just something to do. This is just WWE just to tout more international records and stuff that they've been doing overseas. They've done pretty well in Australia so far, and this is going to be no different. So it is what it is. Who cares? But Monday Night Raw was boring and bland. I did like the Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes face-off, but we all know that the outcome of that Cody's going to win. He's going to be 4-0 against Seth Rollins. Like, come on, are you kidding me? But whatever. What did you guys think of the show? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.